Why, hello again. It's Joycelina, and I'm back here on the Just Vanilla server. And when we last parted ways, actually, I continued to record, but my processing program did not like the last two files, and so they got corrupted, and I couldn't actually put them in the video. So that was a real bummer because I died a glorious death with a shot to the head by a skeleton I didn't even see. Let me tell you, diorite can really hide a skeleton well when it's pouring down rain. So fortunately, I'm on here now and it's not raining. I'm back at spawn because I died without a bed. So yeah, where does it put me? Back at spawn. And I thought, okay, I'm just going to go out and try to find where I was, maybe find my stuff. And somebody gave me an iron sword, such a nice player, and I died again. So I think what I'm going to do is, rather than watching me walk and run through the ice spikes and die like 5 more times, I'm going to go until I have a very safe hidey hole and a bed. I think that's the only thing I'm going to require. A bed anywhere. I can be in a bed 1,000 blocks away. I can be in a bed 500 blocks away. But when I finally get a bed and can like set my spawn someplace other than this very noisy nether tunnel, I will bring you back. So with that, adieu. Okay, I said yeah, I'd bring you back once I found some sheep and made a bed and found a place to live. Well, I found some wool on my journey and found out a very important thing. If they are not the same color, you can't make a bed. So I still don't have a bed, but I have decided that this is going to be Joycelina's home. There's some horsies, there's some tree. It's pretty flat, but it's not completely flat. There is, it's at -500, -1,500, which is about where I wanted to be. And, you know, it's just a nice place. There's a nice mountain over there for a view, another wooded area for a view. But I think I'm going to keep to this area. And so I'm putting up a few signs to say, hey, this is my space, back off. And then to remind myself this is where I live, because you know I'm going to die like 5 more times before I ever get a bed and can actually, oh, what do I see? Oh my gosh, it's a sheep. It's a sheep. We're home. We're home, boys and girls. We're home. Yes, you're dead. You're not home. You're in my pocket now. Yeah, we are going to go make a bed. And then I'm going to do some grindy stuff. But oh my gosh, there's tons of sheep. How did I miss this? By the way, I have to be careful. There's a little bit of lava over there. Yeah, we'll be digging that all up eventually. Horsies. I see a market available for breeding and breeding good horses and selling them on the server. So that is exciting. I cannot even tell you. I was just surprised that I made it all the way out here without dying. I need one more wool. That guy gave me 1 wool. Come here. Where's there a sheepy? Oh, and by spawn now, there's a little farm to allow for, what was I going to say? There's a farm with some food. So I can go back to spawn at any time and just pick up some food, which is great. Oh my gosh, it's going to be nighttime soon. Perfect time because I need to set spawn. And then I need to start worrying about food. So that'll be my next thing, is I'll just do some grindy farming. So I was able to pick up a potato and I had carrots, but I ate them. And I've got some stuff in an ender chest. So at spawn, there is an ender chest that everyone can use. And so I used a ender chest. We get to do some voting. If you're wondering, how did you get a diamond sword and a diamond pickaxe? There's voting available on the server, on like on Minecraft Planet. And so if you vote for the server, you get some in-game loot, which right now is set to strictly diamonds. But the great thing about that is that it enables you to kind of get diamonds early. And you know, there's other things about being on a server that I'm excited about, restarting. And you know, because it's new, a lot of the stuff that you kind of grow accustomed to. By the way, I'm digging myself a hidey hole because I'm scared to death. But there's certain things you get used to and like having an ender farm, and that's gone. So now everybody's kind of more at the same spot of the only way you get levels is through mining and killing, and things aren't as easy. So it's kind of fun. It's kind of fun starting with everyone, because when you start on a server that's already been in play, people just have everything, and so I'm kind of looking forward to it. I was not happy to begin with. Well, I can't say I wasn't happy. It was one of those things like, oh man, I did all this work, I finally got established, and then poof, all my stuff is gone. But no, it's gonna be good times. So anyway, I'm gonna do a little digging down, see how far I get to either find a cave or get to bedrock, and create my basically my mine shaft, where I'm going to get all my goodies and do all this setup, plus get some food and cook some stuff. So now that I have stone, I can create a furnace and cook some chicken and some mutton that I got along the way. And we'll be back in a bit. Okay, so I'm back after a little bit. I did a tiny bit of mining, and you'll see I found some sheep and gathered them, made a little pen. I also tamed a horse, just because there's tons of them, and as soon as I set up my AFK fishing farm, I am going to have saddles galore. So I just thought, he was actually standing there, and I built the wall around him, which I thought was convenient. And so with that was kind of the beginning, is to get this started. I think I'm going to, oh my gosh, rain. Let me change the settings of the sound. Thunder. It gets really, really loud. Where's the sound? Yeah. Especially once the thunder starts. So I know in the last game I didn't have any game sounds, and that was a mistake on my part, not understanding I was recording the wrong set of speakers. So then on that second recording track, there was nothing there. So I fixed that so you can hear sounds this time, and now there's nothing but rain, which actually in the last one was rained the entire time. So that is my one concern, is that I hope this isn't a rainy server. But it just might be. It's one of those things that rains all the time. But we're setting up a small farm, so I have some wheat. I have a few, let me see, there was one melon and some pumpkins that I gathered while I was there, and one potato. I ate all my carrots that I brought over from spawn, so we'll have to wait to get that. Put some sheep in, and so also did some mining down at the bottom. So I went all the way down to the bottom level, probably around level 10. Whack, 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 as I hit my head down there. I found like a tiny bit of iron and a tiny bit of coal. And then I heard the splish splashing, so I started to mine off. I got down to the very bottom. You'll see the cobble there. Whack, whack, whack in my head. So that was lava. And I'm like, oh, great. So I listened for the lava. There's a whole lava pool here. So I thought, well, I'll just dig around it and see what I can see. And I have diamonds there and diamonds there. Now, since I get diamonds for voting, I'm going to wait to harvest these until I've got a fortune pick. So I'm not desperate for diamonds right now, except for that I put my diamonds in an ender chest, and now I don't have my ender chest with me. I'll have to go back to spawn to do that. So that's kind of where I'm at. The next thing I need to do is start building a house. So I'm going to gather resources to do that. Not only some wood, but I want to use some wool. So I have the white-wooled sheep. There's more sheep. I'm going to collect them and just start collecting wool from them. And I think that's what I'm going to build my first house out of, like cobblestone and white wool. So I will come back to you after. I might also mine this down so I don't whack my head, and then put stairs. So that's what I'm going to do next. Whoops, that's what I'll do next, and then I will come back in a little bit. So welcome back. Wanted to show off my house, and you can see I got some of it done. Didn't get the roof done yet. If I sound a little disappointed, it's because we have a situation. So while I was busy, whoops, what did I do? There we go. So I moved my sheep and my and my chickens to a different pen so that they're all by themselves. And I do not know what happened to my horse. So my horse is gone. That's a little sad, but an even more upsetting thing happened. So I decided I wanted to make something so that if somebody came along here, they'd know, hey, by the way, I'm expecting to use up this space, and this is where I'm going to live. So I put up a big, tall, kind of a tower with a little flag of sorts to say, hey, this is my area. And so I came over here and I climbed up these trees up here, and I put up this little thing. And while I was up here, I happened to see, you can't really see it, it's not logging in now, but I happened to see an area that was cleared and somebody with stuff. And I thought, uh-oh, what's that? Why does somebody have their stuff really close by me? And come to find out, I am within 200 blocks of another base. On our server, on the Just Vanilla server, you need to leave like 500 blocks between bases. And so unfortunately, they got there before I did, and I have to move. So kind of frustrating. I have to find a new place for us to build. And we know how long it took me to find this place in the first place. So I'm going to go through and chop down these items and start exploring. So the sun just came up. I should be able to have a good 10 minutes of exploring. I want to see what's a little bit to the east of me, because I know within 1,000 blocks west of me there is another compound where a couple of players have some stuff. So I'm this way, and the building, or at least the area that I saw, was over, I think it's this way. Let's see if we can go find it. Have to be careful at sunrise because the skeletons and the creepers like to hang out around here. So I'm trying to figure out, remember if it was over here. No, it was closer to the wooded areas. Oh no, it was here. This is what I found. So because they'd already put down their blocks probably like 2 days before I did mine, so I have to move, which is a little frustrating. And given that they're at 1,600 and 600, both in the negative direction, I'm going to move this way. So I need to be at least at 1,600 0 is where I'm going to look to land, and maybe a little beyond that. So trying to make sure I have enough food that I don't have before I go out and explore, and then I will get you back with us as soon as we can see where we're heading off to. So see you soon. Well, hello, and I'm back, and I am out in the middle of nowhere. So I had to travel a bit ways from where I was, but I found a nice kind of flat area, lots of trees nearby, a nice some dark oak, which I love dark oak, so I'm very excited about that. But you'll see I am all the way out at negative 3,491 and positive 1,300. So I traveled pretty much 2,000 blocks east and 2,000 blocks north to get to this lovely spot. I finally got an admin to make sure that there's no one around me. So this time when I build, I'm not going to have to tear it all down. So I have not torn down my other stuff yet, and I will be working on that. But for now, I just created kind of a quick, safe space. And essentially what I'm thinking is going to be the easiest thing for me to do is stash all my stuff, except for my armor and sword, in that, well, no, stash all my stuff in that box, kill myself, go back to where I was, bring a bunch of stuff over, kill myself, go back to where I was, because my spawn is still at the other place. That way, because I have a lot of stuff to carry over. I'm not completely restarting. And one of the biggest things that I need to do is calculate out where to put my nether portal. So we have basically at I think it's Y115. So near the top of the nether, we put our portal. So the y-axis for my nether portal has to be at 115, and then we can branch off to there so that we can connect to the nether hub. And all that has not been created yet. So when we go into the nether, it's just a bunch of passageways that people have dug. So it's a little confusing, but over the next few months, they'll build the nether hub and we'll have the nice track with the packed ice and it'll be easy to get around. All the luxuries of an established server, again, are gone. So looking forward to that, and I will bring you back in a little bit because there's really not much to do but watch me die over and over again and then try to run all the way back here, which will be interesting in and of itself. So I will see you in what will seem like no time at all to you. It'll probably be several hours for me. So see you then. Welcome back. So here we are, finally at my base. Oh, hello, Mr. Creeper. I see you behind me. So that took forever. Let me just tell you, it took absolutely forever trying to get all my stuff from there to here, but we're home. So this is where we're gonna call home. I already set my bed. Whoops, fell off. Already set my bed, so we are ready to do all the stuff we have to do. I really need to dig a mine and kind of see what's underneath here. I hear a zombie under here, so there's probably a cave close to the surface, so that's nice. Got some cows in so I can start doing what I need, which is great. In my last place, there were no cows. I searched forever. In fact, that's part of how I died one time. I was looking for cows and I died, and then I died again. So my total deaths are 4 since I started on the server. So I was actually really surprised that with all of the transferring 2,000 plus blocks that I never died the entire time transferring everything. And I turned everything down, so the house that you saw is now gone. It's as if it never existed. And you're starting to get a little close. Let me get you one more time. Oh, there. See, I saved the cow right behind there. Yeah, so this is a great area. I made sure I went all the way out there, although I haven't put torches on that yet. But I want to really clearly mark my space so that if anyone else comes along, they know it's taken, and so someone else doesn't have to do what I had to do, which is basically move everything around, because that is a pain. And so, yeah, so it's nice. I've got the dark oak forest there, a nice, fairly flat area, and I kind of want to make it look like a medieval village of some type. Nice more wooded area over there, and then this hilltop over here. I think I'm gonna probably eventually build a castle on top of that, so I'm gonna definitely have to stake my claim there. I had been hoping that it was water nearby, but this plains goes for quite some time. The nice thing is that I have horses, so that was something that I liked in the other place, was the ability to have horses nearby. So I'm gonna have access to horses and the chickens for arrows, and you can just see it keeps going and going and going. So I'm definitely excited about what we can do with the space, and that I don't have anyone near me. So really kind of the next big thing for me to do, that's going to take a little bit of time, is I need to set up my nether portal. And in order to do that, I have to go all the way back to spawn and go into the nether and determine from there at level 115, at y-axis 115, and then do a calculation so that I can have my nether portal out here. So got to do some math, as you know, probably know, for every 1 block in the nether is 8 blocks in the overworld. So I'm going to have to determine exactly where that is for me. Hello. It's a little hot out here for you. Yeah, so just giving you an overview of the entire expanse. So there's a lot we'll be able to do, and there are some horsies, and there is a baby zombie stuck down here. Oh, you're not stuck. Oh, baby zombies are the worst. You can see. Don't you dare kill me. I'm spamming. Ha, you're back in the water. I'm thinking of how I'm going to get you. Are you kidding me? How did you get me? Take that, you little peewee. I'm at half health. Good grief. Stupid baby zombies. Anyway, so that is that. It was interesting on my adventures. I did see a village, so I hope that I was able to get away from it before nightfall came, because I ran into 2 villages, and one had 0 villagers left. And then the second one had the villagers, so it looked like it hadn't been touched yet, but I went running because I knew it was close to nightfall, and I didn't want to destroy it. So we'll see. I think we're going to wrap it up for here. It has been a lot of work getting just to this point, starting my farms all over again, starting my house all over again, having all my stuff in chests, and starting from scratch. So I will see you next time.